Good evening, everyone, and I am so excited to welcome you to our Stories of Hope call tonight. Tonight, you are going to be hearing from some of my most favorite people in the world, some very, very sweet friends from my brother. So I'm so excited for you to hear from all of these incredible people. My name is Angie Zumwalt, if you do not know me. And again, I'm excited that you have taken time out of your busy evening to join us tonight. And I'm going to go right into sharing a little bit about me. I am a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and that just simply means that I have made it to the top of the company. And if you know me, I mean, it really is so overwhelming and it really is so unbelievable to me because, y'all, I am honestly nobody special. I am just a mom that had a dream, and a hope and a very, very desperate prayer for something different because 7 years ago, in fact, I just realized it's my 7-year anniversary from being laid off my job. So I think we all should celebrate that. This month, 7 years ago, guys, and it just like gives me chill bumps to even just think about how good our God is. But this month, 7 years ago, I was laid off of work. And y'all, it was scary. We had just completed the adoption of our son. He was needing some special care. If you know, like adoption is not cheap. And especially when you have a child that is, he was in the NICU and he, like I said, was needing a lot of special care. So, I mean, money was tight. And when I was laid off of work, it was a very scary thing. But God is good and his timing is always perfect. And me and my husband prayed about it and we decided that I would stay home from work until after the first of the year. After the first of the year rolled around, January comes around, y'all, I didn't even realize that I would like to be a stay-at-home mom until I became a stay-at-home mom. And I realized just how much of my children's lives that I was missing out on. And if you know anything about the title industry, real estate industry, mortgage industry, if you were in that industry, God bless you. I worked 40, 60, 80 hours a week, y'all. I went to work, my kids were in bed. I came home, my kids were in bed. And I just could not bear to go back to that again. And so, like I said, I was a mama and I was praying a desperate prayer. I was doing everything around the house perfect because I did not want my husband to be on me about going back to work. But like most families, we needed 2 incomes to survive. Like it was not even an option for me to not go back from work. My husband has always been an amazing provider at that time. I mean, he was working 3 different jobs. And we were trying to figure it out, but it was just, there wasn't enough money at the end of the month and I needed to go back to work. So in the meantime, I had some friends at church that were posting about what I thought was some get skinny scam stuff on Facebook. So like a good friend and like probably several of you, I unfollowed them because I wanted nothing to do with their weight loss product. I did not have enough money at the end of the month. Like, why was I going to spend $100 a month on weight loss products? Like, I can exercise and eat right and be healthy. I'm sure you've all probably thought that, right? I don't need supplementation. I don't need weight loss products. Well, as I started following them, and if you know anything about Ellen Ford, you know that she is very strong and determined person. She is my pastor's wife in Texas, someone that I trust and I love. And as I started watching her journey more, I noticed that she was getting healthy. She definitely did not need weight loss, but she was healthier. She was able to kick her soda addiction. And she was able to bring in a little extra income. I noticed a couple of other friends that were posting about how the products were helping their children with gut health issues. And y'all, my daughter was just diagnosed with ADHD, and we had put her on medication, but I have seen the effects of medication throughout my life, with family members on ADHD medication. And I just wanted something better. I wanted something different for my children, for my family. And so it just so happened that Ellen and I were sitting down. My husband and I had just talked about, like, Angie, you've got to find something. We had agreed that if I could make an extra $1,000 a month, that I would be able to stay at home. And so I'm like, Ellen, I don't know what to do. This is what the ultimatum that Eric is telling me. And she goes, girl, my check was, and it was like something like $1,200 that month. And I'm like, you're kidding me, for this weight loss stuff? And then, she's like, no, but it's so much more than weight loss. And she began telling me about gut health. And so y'all, I was all in. I immediately began sharing. And as I started growing a testimony, it just became this huge ripple effect. I did not know how bad I felt until I started feeling good. I just thought, that I was just a tired mama, that I had daily headaches. I had no energy. I chased caffeine all day long. Y'all, I went through a family-sized bottle of Tylenol in probably 2 weeks, because I just constantly in this cycle of up and down and felt like crap, and took Tylenol and had headaches and more caffeine all day long. I was a huge sugar addiction. I loved Reese's and I loved Oreos. And y'all, I don't even like any sugar anymore. And I think it's the weirdest thing ever, but I have no desire for it. My headaches are gone. My menstrual cycle is normal. I mean, I could go on and on and on about how these products have made such a difference in my life. It is truly amazing what can happen to your body when you get your body in balance and your gut healthy. My daughter is off of her ADHD medication, and my son no longer has the gut health issues that he was experiencing. So whatever you are looking for tonight, I guarantee this is going to solve problems in your life that you never even realized needed to be solved. Maybe you related to my story, maybe you did not, and that's why I'm so excited that we have some incredible guests on tonight that are here to share their journeys with you. So I am so excited. My very first guest, and I'm going to try not to get emotional, because y'all, there is nothing in this world better than helping your family. And my brother is just, if you know me, I am a big lover and I love to hug people. My brother is where I got the Super Bowl champion of hugs. He has the biggest heart, the best personality, and his life has been completely transformed over these last 7 months. And so I am so excited. I'm going to turn it over to you, Kenny, and I am going to let you share your testimony. I'm like, unmute Kenny.
Hey, y'all.
There we go.
Y'all see me? Okay, good. Well, I'm Ken Fields. I'm his brother. I've been taking these practice products realistically, I've been taking it since about December the 28th is when I kind of started taking them. I started taking them a couple of years ago. I kind of got off of it, but I decided after this past year that I decided that I was going to make a change in my life. So I decided I needed to make a change. So anyway, on December the 28th, I weighed myself, and I weighed 377 pounds. I was sick. I couldn't walk. I'd walk, go in the mall and walk, come out. I can't hardly walk anymore. My knees are killing me and everything else. But my health was terrible. I worked 26 years in the car business, and I get home late at night. I pound a couple cheeseburgers or whatever, and anyway, it just got big. And so on December 28th, I made that change and started working out. I started eating right, went on the keto diet, and I started religiously taking the products. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, I take my Metaburn, drink my Active, I drink my shake at around 10 or 11 o'clock. At night, I would take my BioCleanse, take my ProBio. And, you know, the first thing that most people noticed with me is they noticed that my skin was changing. And I thought it was weird. A dude came up, you know, one of the guys that works says, man, your skin is different. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, I thought he was just being weird. But anyway, that I noticed that my skin just, it looked better. My face didn't seem so swollen around my eyes and things like that. But that was just subtle changes. But man, I tell you, after about 3 weeks of taking the products and working out, it literally started falling off of me. And when I say falling off of me, I am telling you that in 6 weeks, I went through an entire belt. In 12 weeks, I went through 3 pant sizes. And right now, I am at a total weight loss of 115 pounds. No surgery, no gimmicks, nothing but just working out, eating right, and taking the products. Period. End of story. And I'm gonna tell you, I've never felt better. Hadn't felt this good in God forever. I went from a 56-inch waist or a 56-inch pant, and I'm almost out of 46. It's almost down to 44 now. But I mean, it's enormous. I mean, I literally can. My son can almost fit on the other side of me in my pants that I used to wear. I am not kidding you. It is. I look at pictures of myself and I just cannot believe that I look that way. And you know, I can't thank my sister enough, because it really did change my life. I don't hurt anymore. My knees don't hurt. I can run. I can do all the things that I always wanted to do. That I made excuses not to do. I want to go outside. I want to walk around. I want to do things. I can ride a roller coaster now. I mean, I used to not be able to get. I mean, I know some people that, you know, it's not a big deal, but I used to not be able to ride roller coasters because my ass was too big. I mean, I can do all these things. I'm renting on my birthday. I'm renting a slingshot, which I wasn't able to fit in before. On my birthday, I'm renting a slingshot in Gulf Shores, Alabama, around town. I couldn't do that before. I mean, all these little things that I couldn't do, just because my sister decided to kick myself in the butt and make me take these things. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to stop. I'm still doing it. My goal is by my birthday to be 250 pounds. That would be 127 pound weight loss by then, and I plan on being. By the end of this year, I plan on being at 215 pounds. So it's a huge accomplishment for myself. I'm very proud of myself, and I'll never go back. I literally just got rid of 80% of my closet. I have no clothes other than the clothes I bought the last few weeks. I don't need them anymore. I'm not going back that way. And again, Angie, I can't thank you enough. You know, I take the products. I don't really sell the products. I just really do it for the discount. Probably need to start selling them because I'm a damn sure believer of it. I can promise you that. So, but again, Angie, thank you so much for making me do this and making a commitment to you and my family to do this. And I've never felt better. And thank you so much. And thank you for letting me share with you guys.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your journey and just seeing your transformation and your commitment. I mean, it's been inspiring to me, and just to be able to, y'all, I'm trying to go ahead and get all my tears out before I get back on. This is why I share. And because these products, they are changing people's lives. And I want to show you this really quick before and after picture. And then we are going to go over to our next person. But I really want y'all to see this. So this is January when my brother took the picture, and this is him now. So I'm beyond proud of, because that is determination and consistency, and what you've accomplished has been so huge, and I'm just incredibly proud of you, Kenny. I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. So thank you so much for sharing with us. And yes, you should share with other people, because your story is inspiring and could impact so many other lives, and I know that it already is. So thank you so much for sharing. So my next guest is my sweet friend Tina, who one thing that I absolutely love about this business is just the people that I've connected with that I would have never been blessed to have known if it wasn't for this incredible business. So Tina Conrad is she is a jewel ambassador. That means she has also made it to one of the top positions with the company. She is got, again, the biggest heart. She is one of the most genuine people that you will ever meet. And so I'm so excited for you to hear her incredible testimonial.
Hey guys, you kind of I don't know, it went warbly or whatever, so I'm going to trust that everything you said was nice. But anyway, how do I follow Kenny? Excuse me, you made me cry. But anyway, yeah, I'm Tina Conrad, and I joined in 2015. I'm coming up in just a couple weeks on my 5-year Plexiversary. And I jumped on just because I had a doctor that was on my back every year about my lab work. And, you know, like most moms, you take care of everybody else but you. And I definitely fit that mold. So anyway, to just kind of get her off, because I would leave, after my annual physical, and I would go to the drugstore, and I'd get all the things that she said I needed to be on, and then I would, do it for 3 days, and then I'd be fine. And I wouldn't keep doing them. So I just never really invested in myself. And when I saw my friend Brandy, you guys all know Brandy Walker, when I saw her posting, I remember Brandy back when she was sick. And so when I saw her posting, I knew there was something to this. And so I asked her about it, and we just, I just joined because I'm cheap and I wanted the best price. And, but I was going to be consistent with it. And I had trouble with consistency at first, and it showed. But as soon as I got consistent, within a couple of weeks, I noticed, and it's funny because I was after, just to improve my lab work, but the things that I gained and the improvements I saw were completely unexpected. That just shows how much I knew about gut health. But the first thing I noticed was I was sleeping more soundly. I've always tossed and turned. I was the lightest sleeper in the house. And I remember the first morning I woke up after not leaving, or I hadn't switched position in like 5 hours that night. And I woke up kind of startled, like I didn't even know I could do that. I didn't know that was a thing. So I was sleeping more soundly. I used to get chronic headaches 2 and 3 a week, and I was getting fewer headaches. I had severe digestive pain for years and years and years. And I would say probably most of my adult life, and, not being regular, and everybody likes talking about that, but, it is what it is. But I wasn't regular. And before I would go or whatever, I had excruciating pain. And that really, that affects your life, where you can go to dinner and how much time you can be away from your house. And it's embarrassing and it's scary. And especially if you don't know why why you're doing that. So anyway, all of these things. So I started sharing, and I was scared to death to share, but I just started sharing with some people close to me. And life-changing for me was, when I made enough money to pay for our products for our whole family. And I never would have seen that. The business has been an unexpected blessing. One of my greatest health improvements, though, and I don't talk about it on every call just because, it's a little TMI, but it is huge to me. About 14 years ago, maybe 14 years ago now, I was diagnosed with OAB, so overactive bladder, and I had C-section babies, and who knew that OAB was really common in C-section mamas? So I found that out, and that's another thing that'll change your life. you kind of feel chained to your house. So I've been on a medication for 13, 14 years that helps with that, to make, it makes me able to go out and enjoy life and be away from a bathroom. That's just life for me. So that was life changing. But with medications come side effects. And one of the major ones, the only major one that I really saw, was dry mouth. And when you see the commercials and they say, oh, this can cause dry mouth is not being thirsty. I could drink the whole lake and I would still have it's horrible. It'll hurt your throat. You barely talk. I mean, it's miserable. And it was causing that for me. So I just tried to manage that the best I could. Well, obviously I've seen a urologist annually for all of those years. And right before I started Plexus, I had about 3 years 2.5 to 3 years where we couldn't explain why I was getting a UTI every few months. So I was on more antibiotics than I could count, and nobody could figure out why that was happening because, none of the tests, I did very invasive tests to figure out if I had bladder cancer and, all of these really extensive things, and everything came back clean. So they couldn't figure it out. So one of my first appointment I went to after I got my products, and was the month I got my products. I hadn't even started, and I showed my urologist, and I had the triplex in my hand. And I said, what do you think of these? This is what I'm considering. And she looked at them and she said, absolutely, they look great. And I remember, and I will never forget, she took the ProBio 5 and she pointed to, I can't pronounce anything on that bottle, but I could tell you once I see it which one it is. But she pointed to one of the ingredients and she said, this ingredient makes this a stellar probiotic. Stay on this probiotic. It is stellar. I said, okay, got it. I have not, and promise, I have not had a UTI in 5 years since that summer. And when I went to see her in August, I was just getting over one of the worst ones I'd ever had. We were at Legoland and I had to leave to go to, an urgent care because I was so miserable. But what we figured out in that appointment, my follow-up appointment was, and then I'll stop because I know you want to keep this short, but she said, I voiced concern about being on a medication that long. I said, I don't know how I would be without medication, but at this time, is there anything I should be concerned about? Because it's been, at that time, 10 years or something. And she said, well, tell me what your side effects are. And I told her about the dry mouth, and I told her about constipation and all these things. She said, back up. She said, when your mouth is dry, everything is dry. And when everything's dry, you are constipated. And when you are constipated, constipation is one of the lead contributors to UTIs. And I had no idea. So just by ProBio 5 and BioCleanse and getting my digestive tract right and getting everything moving and the way it's supposed to be, it took care of all of that issue. So then I think, wow, I didn't have to go through any of those extensive, horrible tests. But now I know it was just this domino effect of something so simple as to getting my digestive and my gut health right. So I am still 5 years, no UTIs, no medications or no antibiotics. So, and not that they're a bad thing, there's a time and place for an antibiotic, but if you don't have to take them, don't take them. So anyway, that is humongous for me. But I think, and I'll just say this really quick. The financial blessing, everybody has a plan A for retirement, and then life happens, and then you have kids, and you have kids with issues, and then you have all kinds of other things. And sometimes your plan A is just gone. You know what I mean? Like what you pictured your retirement. I'm 50 years old. My husband's 56 years old. And that plan A is, gone. But our plan B was God's plan A all along. You know what I mean? He knew that this was going to come into my life when it did. And so Scott is looking at having to leave his job, really needing to leave his job for physical reasons, the man's tired. It's a very physical job, but we're in a position, right now with the corona, everything, hiring for that type of job that he would want is really rare. It's hard to do right now, but we're able to, if we need to, we can just live on my Plexus income for as long as we need to. And that for someone that never went to college and someone that was a stay-at-home mama and a preschool teacher and a homeschooler, that is not something that I saw in my future. So anyway, thank you, Jesus. And Brandy.
Amen to that, because that is definitely nothing that I ever imagined. We my husband was able to retire from his 20-year career because of the amazing blessings that Plexus has given us. And so I agree. It's like sometimes God's plan B ends up being his plan A all along, and just an incredible, incredible blessing. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. I had no idea about when you talked about constipation and how that was, I had no idea that those two were related, but that makes so much sense. Thank you.
Who knew? Why don't the doctors talk about that?
No, because they make money by putting you on medication. So,
Right.
well,
thank you for asking me to share.
Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it so much. Okay, sorry. My daughter walked in here. I was asking for my cord. But thank you so much for sharing, Tina. I adore you. Your story is so inspiring and encouraging to so many. And so my next friend that is going to be sharing with us tonight is Diana. And I mean, I think I have all of my friends that have, and my family that have the biggest heart, because I feel like that's how I would describe every single one of you that are on the call tonight. Diana, again, she is a lover for people, for God, and just one of the sweetest, most dear friends that I have met over the past, I've ever met. We met at church in the preschool area, and we have reconnected. Thank you, social media. And then reconnected again through Plexus. And I am, y'all, her journey is just, I feel like we need a box of tissues tonight, because her journey is so amazing and so inspiring. And I'm so excited for you to hear her testimony.
I love you, Angie. I love you. I love you. I am so grateful for just an opportunity to share a little bit of our story, and really to publicly apologize to my friend Angie for ignoring her all the time that she was reaching out to me. But let me backtrack on that. 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And as I was going through the chemo and all the things that breast cancer entails, Angie kept reaching out to me. Hey, how are you doing, girl? I'm praying for you. And she had already moved to Florida by then. And she's like, I think that this can really help you. These products can help you recover. And I'll be like, no, not interested. What can a little pink drink do for me? This is not, something for me. I don't do that kind of stuff. Not for me. And then finally, I was at a point that I was desperate to find something. My labs, after cancer were coming back, looking really bleak. There was things that needed to be resolved in my body, just recovering. And as I started just looking into the product, looking a little bit closer, thought maybe, just maybe, this could help. But for me, the most important thing is my family, just like Angie said. And what brought me to Plexus was my son. He was on antidepressants, and seeing him suffering and possibly being on antidepressants the rest of his life, even though, just like someone shared over, we always put ourselves last. We went through cancer, all that, but I was concerned for my son, forget me. And I needed to find something natural for him. So this was hope for me. And we started giving him the Plexus products. He was 16 at the time, and we started noticing a change, so much so that we got our son back. We were able to see him joyful again. He didn't have to have antidepressants anymore. Just a complete turnaround for us. And this sold me on Plexus. I'm like, okay, if it worked for my son, I'm going to take it. I'm just going to start doing this, but I have to first take it to my oncologist. Took it to my oncologist. My oncologist gave it thumbs up. Took it to my nutritional oncologist. She gave it a thumbs up. Took it to 5 different doctors. And not only did they give a thumbs up to the ingredients that were in Plexus, but they said, this stuff is good. We'll even write your prescription so you can take it back to your office, and they can refund some of this through FSA. So that was huge. When I started seeing the value and what the products contained, I was like, there's got to be something here. Went back to my oncologist. She started seeing my labs, comparing them initially to months later, and she's like, what are you doing? Are you still taking that plexus thing? She was impressed because it was showing up not only on the outside, but on the inside. And this just completely turned my life upside down in sharing about plexus with people. And it became a natural thing that as I started sharing, like, this could help your headache. This could help your going to the restroom. This could help you really heal. The Lord really started using it and putting people in my life, and really creating a business that really became an accidental business for me. And it was because of the passion of the product and sharing this. So for me, it's been a gift. And I want to encourage you, if you are there and you have a condition, sure, take it to your doctor, investigate, do those things. But I can tell you that I could not represent a company where my name is attached to it. And this is something that can literally change your life, can change your family's life, and can change you financially as well. And we've been incredibly blessed because of it. And thank you for being here today. And thank you for Angie for reaching out and sharing this gift of plexus with me, because it's changed my family's life. So I love you, my friend. So grateful for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Diana. Thank you so much for trusting in me to help you along your journey. It's just been such a blessing to be able to reconnect with you. And now get to do something super fun. That's something that I do love, is we can actually choose the people that we work with. So that has been such a great blessing too. But I just want to tell you all, thank you so much for taking the time out tonight. We are so glad that you are looking into plexus. With these times right now, I know that a lot of people are so concerned about their health, so concerned now more than ever about their health and their finances. And, with everything that's going on, with all the uncertainties, it is so important that, you have a plan B. So you maybe have an additional stream of income or something that can help protect you from to stay healthy. So we would love for you to join us and learn more. If you want to learn more about our gut health line, please get with the person that introduced you, that invited you to this call tonight. I want to advise you on the best way to get started on our product line. And I love to recommend either our Renew You, which is one that my brother started out on. Also, our Variety Pack is a really good product package to start out on. And I have really great news, because that package is normally over $350 worth of product. And right now it is on sale. It's a retail price is usually $369. And it is on sale right now in our special welcome pack. It's Ambassador Wholesale for wholesale customers. And so what that is it works like a Costco membership. It's $9 right now. Is our annual membership is $9, and you get to buy. So it kind of works like a Costco membership. You pay $9 for the whole year. You get to buy as much or as little as you want all year long. And these products are going to help you with everything that was talked about on this call tonight. Blood sugar imbalances help improve your gut health, decrease inflammation, and pretty much everything from walking around feeling like, a healthy person like I thought I was, and I just felt like crap all the time, to someone that's dealing with autoimmune issues, sleep, and like I said, everything else that you've heard on this call tonight. And with these packages, you are practically getting 3 to 4 products free. So this is an incredible deal. So make sure that you get with, because this sale will only last through the end of the month. So if you are interested, make sure that you get with the person that invited you to this call tonight. And thank you so much for being a part of this call. The person that invited you will be getting back with you on a message if you have any questions. It has been such an honor. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I will stop the recording just in case anyone has any questions. I'm going to